Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Brian Nuevo.
And I'm Kaya Whitney.
Juniors will begin CASP testing next Tuesday.
This year, Assistant Principal Matt Pipitone and English teacher Denise Wise compiled a new schedule for CASP testing.
Last year we had a special schedule where we some students stayed home, and then juniors came to school at 7:40, and from 7:40 to 10:30 we had testing on campus for just the juniors, and then seniors would do things like Senior Olympics and other things during those times. And so this year we're not doing a special schedule. We're going to test juniors in A group and B group, so half the juniors will test in the morning, first and second period. And then the afternoon after lunch, we'll have a single lunch and all next week. And then in the afternoon, the other half of the juniors will test periods 3 and 4. So that any given time, instead of having 500 people try and test, we're only having about 250, 260 kids test.
On top of a new schedule, seniors will also take the CASP exam as part of a pilot hosted by the state.
So we will actually administer the test during our own senior classes for English, kids that are in English and kids that are in economics and government. And then we have about a 3-week window. So some teachers want to push it back till after the AP exam because they don't want to be pulling more time out of class before AP. So
the exam will be administered to seniors not currently enrolled in an English or government class April 19th.
Seems kind of relevant, speaking of the fact that we already did it last year, but it's just really evaluation test how smart we are, and would have thought that already happened. So
I thought we were done testing junior year, and then I don't really recall seniors ever doing this last year, so I don't really think we deserve to be able to have to do that this year.
I believe it's ridiculous because all of us seniors are getting into college now. Most of us have already been accepted and are choosing by May 1st. If we had to do more testing, there's absolutely no point considering we've already submitted all of our transcripts from college.
Here's a look at next week's schedule. Juniors will test in the mornings and everyone else will share one lunch.
Due to the schedule, there will be no Senior Olympics this year. According to administrators, there's no allotted time to host the event.
I think it's a tragedy. I think we should still be able to do it and be able to come in late and do Senior Olympics because it's kind of like a tradition. That's what the school is, traditions.
I'm a little disappointed because I was looking forward to all the senior activities this year. You know, it's obviously exciting to be a senior. You get all these privileges that you didn't have your other years, so it's a little disheartening.
We now go to Dom Taylor for sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Dominic Taylor. While we were on break, one Roseville High School athlete set a new school record. That athlete being the same one who suffered a season-ending MCL tear during the football season months earlier. We go to Brad Morin with more.
Last week, junior high jumper Donovan Jones broke a long-standing school record with his 6 foot 6.5 inch high jump, besting a record that was set 26 years ago.
Yeah! Let's go!
This achievement came off a tumultuous offseason where Jones was recovering from an MCL tear he sustained playing football and had to overcome multiple challenges and rehabilitation.
I tore my MCL during football. It feels weird wearing the brace, and I didn't get used to that, and the crutches were a challenge.
Jones's resiliency to overcome his setback has translated to his work ethic in practice and on the track.
He's one of the first people out there running his laps. He's always a good spirited member of our team. He's definitely one of our best jumpers that we've had on our team for a long time.
Even though the record is in his possession, Jones has no plans of being complacent.
I hope to break it again and just keep going farther and hopefully make it to state.
In other sports news, boys volleyball is still undefeated after going on a dominant run in the Doherty Valley tournament over the break. Currently, the Tigers are 14-0 and at the top of the league. UTSN would also like to give a special shout out to the freshman baseball team for going undefeated in the spring break tournament hosted by Oakmont with a perfect 4-0 record. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Dom. The new movie Ready Player One shocked me as one of the coolest movies I've seen in a while. The mix of the subject matter and the perfect capture of the 80s and 90s zeitgeist led me into falling in love with the movie. The movie is set in a dystopian world in the year 2044, and the whole world has become virtual. While dystopian movies are starting to become played out, Ready Player One did it perfectly. Most of the video game and TV references in the movie came from the 2000s, which is awesome. References like the Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z, Tracer from Overwatch, and even more obscure ones like the Gears of War Lancer made their appearance. Despite lots of cringe-filled moments, the thing that surprised me the most was how perfect the love story was in the movie. For me, it became more of a romantic movie than an action-adventure movie, but hey, that's just me, and maybe you'll see something different in the movie if you see it. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jackson. A group of students celebrated their second annual holiday in honor of a friend on Wednesday.
Senior John Kunkel and his friends recently celebrated a day jokingly dedicated to Kunkel. The idea began as a simple prank on a friend.
I think it came about last year, the first time I did it. I was just messing with John. I said, John, I'm going to make you a holiday. And then I did it.
According to Kunkel's friend, Junior Joe Balestrini, Kunkel is receptive to the joke and enjoys the hilarity of the situation.
He loves it. It cracks him up. He says it's a great icebreaker.
The holiday also affects the way people around Kunkel treat him.
Everyone's trying to take pictures with me, say hi to me, and the whole 9 yards. So
it's a fun time for John, and it's a fun time for everyone else, and I think everyone loves it.
Though Kunkel never anticipated the joke to take off to this extent, he appreciates the experience.
It's pretty nice. It's not something I'd ever think about having, but it is pretty cool.
Balestrini hopes to continue the tradition even after Kunkel graduates.
Some students went on a mission trip last week. Senior Brooke Ortiz went to Mexico in collaboration with local churches.
Basically, we just helped out the kids that were in the villages that we went to. There's different teams that went to different places, but within Mexico. Yeah, it definitely was rewarding you're only with the kids for 5 days, but by the time you leave, people are crying and they don't want you to leave. They're asking for your social medias and stuff if they have them, just because you establish that relationship and get to know them.
Ortiz plans to attend another mission trip this summer. And that's it for us today on Eye the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.